right. Welcome to the news, everybody.
Bringing in with a cough.
Yeah.
What's up, nudes on the news. Always good to see.
Tunes in for the news. Because it rhymes in a way.
We've got a lovely show for you. We've got Patrick Tobler sitting backstage, ready to come out. We're going to ply him with nonsense and then real questions.
And we're going to monkey around.
That's right. We've got the littlest chestnut here.
He loves intros. Intros these days are next level. And so
like TV shows
he approved of the news intro just now, which
that
makes me proud because there's a lot of good intro content out there. That's saying something.
We have some top tier intro content though.
Oh yeah. Although we got to update it.
I know,
says
new
1
season.
year. Yeah. That's way out of date. We're basically 2 years right now in all but 3 weeks away.
We're gonna have to get Patrick on the FOMO game sometime. It could be tantalizing.
He knows some things I heard.
Yeah.
So we got Patrick back there. I mean, we're really excited to talk to him. It's fun when we're bringing on a new or a guest who's been on before, like looking through the intro and trying to spot them as the starts. I had a couple of Patrick spottings just now. That's pretty good. Yeah, but everything's going well. This boy is growing up, and
Wolves of Rome should have a lot of like 5 or 6 times in there.
Really?
I think they're our most.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yes. Well, Baby Dez doesn't want to miss the news.
No, who would?
So
who
he's demanding to be a part of it. He wants the keyboard. He wants the microphone.
He's in control. We're gonna do a news takeover, baby news takeover. You'll probably hear a lot of. That's the favorite noise.
This is gonna be like so cool for me to look back on, like and like I know like there's like some old videos, like only like a couple when I was young. It's like
weird. I know I have no video footage.
Really?
None. And now it's like kids are.
They've got it.
Yeah, now their whole lives, like
so much.
I can't imagine like
all in the cloud.
Stuff I did at like 12 on
TikTok.
God. You know what I mean? Like that's
good. We'll just he'll probably be so cool, but if he's goes through an awkward phase, we just won't tape as much then.
Yeah, well, we're not trying to put him on. I mean, he's only being featured incidentally here because we can't leave him alone. But once he gets to that point, he can live his own life off screen. All right, cool. Well, let's jump right into it. Some nonsense and a special guest. Oh man, it's everything that I ever thought that I might want. Hey, welcome.
Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, so good.
It's been a really long time.
It's been a really long time, yeah. And I love that intro. Actually, it's very fun.
The dream is one day, like I think it would be so cool if one day, like when we have like a lot of viewers, people could send in audio of their nonsense, and we'll play the audio of their nonsense over the nonsensical dancing, and it would be different every time.
I'd love that.
But it would be exciting.
That would be very exciting. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, welcome. We're going to ask you a couple of warm-up questions just to get your talking bone loosened.
And we do have one that we one day are thinking we might ask Charles. So we're gonna do a practice run of it on you.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right.
Oh God.
But it's very stupid, so don't worry.
Don't worry. It's real dumb. All right. So my question for you is, if you were a ghost, how would you spend your time?
Oh, that's a very good question. Maybe I'd be a very creepy ghost, I think.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. I would just be stalking people and like
just make it a movie.
Infiltrating like their most private moments, and
it's called haunting. That's fine. You can do that as a ghost.
all the bad stuff, and then at some point I'd get tired and I'd just probably go into like some random castle and chill.
Yeah.
That's what they all do when they retire. That's go to retirement.
Feels good.
Everybody goes through their castle phase.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I
Pretty
like
solid.
that. That sounds
Yeah.
good. That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do but observe as a ghost?
I kind of thought it might be
Might as well
cool to
check it
try
out.
to learn more so that I could get a necromancer to bring me back,
Oh,
and maybe I would be smarter,
interesting.
But I don't know how
Necromancy,
solid that
yeah.
plan is.
I don't know about that either. Maybe I'd also just spend all my time with like some people that always just watch Netflix, and I just watch with them. But it's
Well,
gonna
see,
Yeah.
I was gonna say when you were creeping around, or when you said you want to like creep around, like that kind of like makes life into a TV show in a way. You can just like
That's right.
make like someone just follow like around Trevor. You watch the Trevor show.
Trevor show.
From what you see here. Okay, question. This one's really weird. Would you rather be a reverse merman or a reverse centaur? The legs of a man, the head or torso, I guess, of a fish or a horse.
That's a horrible question. These are both terrible choices.
Okay.
But isn't like the reverse of a like centaur? There's like a name for that in Greek.
BoJack Horseman.
I guess kind of like.
And they're kind of like evil in a way.
Oh, is that right?
I need to look it up. But I read like all of Percy Jackson, so I know my stuff. But I would probably be that because it's less creepy than having a.
I agree.
Yeah, no doubt.
The horse has got to be the answer.
No doubt.
That was a good one. I like that question.
I need to figure out what the name of that was.
Yeah, that creature.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It's like an ancient
thing.
creature.
I think there's like a real thing about it. I don't know.
Well, we got two more questions. One more from this list of nonsense, and then the Charles practice. Yeah, exactly. So, if you could only eat food of one color for the rest of your life, what color would you choose?
Can I color my food, or do I have to? Okay.
It's got to come that way, or at the very least, be purchased that way. Or
brown. Like it has to be brown.
beans,
Bread, meat. Bread and meat. But I could also say green. Like I think the only two options are brown or green. Green is like the healthy option. Brown is like the
So true.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. It's kind of a narrow question, I guess, if you think about it. All right, so our question for Charles.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
wow.
you may have heard that the philosopher Forrest Gump once said that you can tell a lot about someone by their shoes. And so we would like to hear you. I haven't got the wording of how this is going to be said, but you'll get the point. We would like for you to describe your shoes or show them.
Or show them if you feel like you want to do that. But description at least.
I feel we started a trend of showing us things in your fridge, okay? But then that became like a mainstream thing, so we got to find a new niche. And
okay. I'm gonna show you my shoes, but they're outside, so I have to bring them in. Fair. I can warn you, they're like the most boring, plain shoes.
Well, I didn't know you guys were gonna ask this question. While he's doing that, can I show
you got some shoes?
Yeah.
I got bare feet.
Oh, y'all gonna love my shoes. Look at my shoes right now.
Oh shit!
Whoa, mine's kind of similar.
Whoa, you guys are like close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh, those are great. Those are
we're all one.
That boring.
Yeah.
They're just like
So
super basic, like Adidas, I think. And
I mean, you need a pretty basic everyday shoe though. Like
you do.
And I don't think that's like basic. Like I was expecting like beige canvas, like I think that's got some zest.
How long have you had the shoes? Where'd you get them? Why?
I like maybe like half a year or so.
Oh,
It's pretty good. Yeah.
That's cool. And what caught your eye?
I don't know. Actually, I know. I actually bought them in Bangkok, and I always wanted to have like shoes with a very thick, like I don't know what the English word for it is, but like the bottom part of it.
Oh
soles.
yeah.
I picked them, and it's actually so much better to wear them. They're just super like nice
Airy.
and
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll have
Well, I
to
hope they
look
hold
for
up for
a
you.
thick sole one day. I've never done that either.
You should try. You should try. I think once you go thick sole, you'll never.
You know, you heard it here. Once you go
Yeah.
thick sole, you never go back.
Yeah.
See, you
That's
learned
good.
so much.
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I'm looking forward to. We never really had
I
a good
actually
question
need.
for
I
Charles,
want new shoes.
but now we do
We're getting some.
about his
Oh my
shoes.
god.
I wore the worst shoes pregnant at CNFT Con last year. I just regret all my shoe decisions, and I am going to really have good shoes for CNFT Con this year. I mean, sorry, NFT XLV.
Yes, excellent.
Right.
Right.
Just it's just like when NFT Maker changed 10 Maker all over again.
Remember
Yeah.
what to say.
So sorry. But are
that
you
was
going to
No,
are you going to any of the other events? Like, are you going to like the Cardano Summit or something
This
like
boy
He won't
in
let
the
us.
mix. This
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
anyways. All we're going to be able to get to is CNC Con, and we're really happy to be able to do that. But you know, as the years go by, I really would love to get out there more to more of these
Oh,
in-person
yeah.
events. Really would.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you doing?
Yeah, how about yourself?
I am probably only going to the summit. Like CNFTCon if I go, or
It's very far away from you.
and then it will be like a spontaneous decision.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, it was great to see you last year. I hope that
Yeah, it was super great to see you.
We're gonna be partying this year.
That's right. This year,
He's not coming.
the baby won't be there,
Gonna be
either
our-
in her belly
Our
or
big vacation.
with us. That's right.
Great.
All right, cool. Well, that's a good bit of nonsense. I enjoyed that.
Me too.
But let's get to the meat
I feel nourished
and
by the
bread
nonsense.
of the
Yeah, the
interview.
brown-
the brown
brown
part of the
foods.
interview. Okay. So we're gonna hit our special guest button, and then we'll chat about what you're up to out there. All right, awesome. Well, welcome to the show officially once again. I don't know how many times you've been on, at least a couple.
And I think this is 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah.
But always exciting.
Unless you count his award recipients
yes, that
speech,
was a good one,
because
too.
we forgot to introduce him as WAGMI Award.
Oh,
We have a
Wagner
tradition
Award
of
winning
introducing
winner Patrick
winners
Tobler. That's how we should
that way.
introduce you
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's official. But yeah, could you just tell us what is happening out there in the world of Patrick?
That's a very good question.
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm in Portugal right now. I'm just spending my time here. I'm visiting Alex, and also I went to the Marlow launch party.
Nice.
I'm going to Edinburgh.
Who's
soon.
Alex? What Alex are you visiting?
Monad.
That's spicy.
The guy that everyone hates. No.
You love him or you hate him.
Certainly.
No, I think he's brilliant, and it's been so nice to meet everyone. I met so many people like that I haven't met before, because they for some reason are all in Portugal, and
Some
Makes
reason. I
sense.
wonder why.
and yesterday we had like a cigar at 3 a.m. with Ben O'Hanlon, and
Oh, cool.
I
Oh, they're
don't
all
know,
visiting right now, you're saying.
yeah, they're all here, like IOG people. It's mostly IOG people because it's the Marlow thing, but yeah, it's just super nice. And then work. It seems like it's never getting less busy for some reason, and we have big partnerships, Vodafone stuff happening, and like really cool other projects. I think like I felt like we cannot do more than we did in Q1, and we did more than in Q1. And I like today or tomorrow I'm gonna write the Q2 report for what we did, and it's been just crazy. And one of my highlights actually was I was in Bologna last week, so like in this Italian town.
Yeah.
And I drove there with like a bus from Zurich because it's quite like it's 7 hours, but it's quite cheap and you can get there easily. And we actually have like a physical show about Hokusai, the like artist Hokusai from Japan. And they have like this whole show, and they're selling NFTs for that, and they're making the show available to the holders of NFTs in online as a streaming thing, kind of, which I really like, because I mean, not everyone can go to Bologna to watch the show.
True.
And they're met with like the whole team, and they look like actual samurais, and they're like super into Hokusai, and the guy who produced it owns like 40 original Hokusai paintings and stuff, and he's like, he's a little bit older, and he's Japanese, very traditional, but he sees the potential of NFTs, and he really like trusts us to make this like a thing, and that's the kind of stuff that I get excited about with NFTs. Like, it's not the next profile picture drop, it's like the things where you have actually cool people doing stuff, and then you make it more accessible through NFTs in a way.
Yeah.
And Tyler, I think you would have loved it, to be honest. If you had the chance to go to the show, I can see you there. I don't know why, but I can imagine that.
I mean, that sounds incredible. So is that something that you guys are partnering up with them to release the NFTs?
Yeah. They're actually launching tomorrow. No, in 2 days, on Saturday. Yeah.
You guys announce you guys are doing so much. It's hard to keep track. Like you were saying.
It's not really a large project. Like, most people haven't really heard of it. I can post it in the chat maybe.
I can pull it up if
I can't. I have to go to YouTube. But it's a nice project, and we launched too much at the moment. It's really hard to like find place for it, but yeah.
All right, I think I got it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You got it?
Is this it?
1 second. Yeah, this is it. Exactly. So, and actually, the art piece, like it's only one art piece or two art pieces, one on Cardano, one on Polygon, and but the art piece was produced by this incredible artist. Like, I think people don't realize, but it's like the artist behind like Afrojack, Afro Samurai, and all this kind of stuff. So like, me as someone who watches anime, I was very excited when I saw who was actually painting it. So
yeah, all right, awesome. So this is one of many accomplishments this quarter, apparently. What's been going on? What are the highlights for this list that you're about to put out?
So I mean, Vodafone is definitely one of the highlights. We launched NFT Pal, which is really cool. We partnered with them and basically made it ready so you can like create NFTs. Like, we're trying to make it even easier with them. Basically, you can make them like so easily, upload them to NMKR Studio, and then just set the price and start the sale.
Wow.
We launched the marketplaces. I think we did that in Q1 actually, but
yes, the marketplaces have been filtering around. We've been chatting about that on the news a bit.
I feel like they still need. They're not getting the attention they deserve, though, I don't think, because they're so useful to artists, and I think it's just a matter of time before they start doing it. But
I agree, and it's kind of they also need a little bit more polishing from our side. Like, it's a first version. It's kind of like a beta, I would say, and we're getting there, but yeah, we just need to like work hard, make everything better. I'm trying to like optimize NMKR Studio, like the UI and everything, because it's still too much programmer art in a way, and or programmer design, and but everything is getting better. So
I do love the NMKR portal dashboard personally, but I know what you mean. It's definitely difficult. Can be difficult to people new to.
That is straight up consumer.
Yeah.
You gotta have a little commitment to make it all work for you. But it seems like, I was just checking out this NFT Pal a bit. This seems amazing. So this will actually compile and randomize your collection. Well, that's great. This is something that this is going to be very helpful for a lot of
It's
people.
extremely cool, and I'm like the goal for me really is to say, okay, like right now people come to NMaker because they want to launch NFTs, but we want to bring them to NMaker and keep them there, right? Like it should be a place where you as a creator can go and you revisit it because it gives you so much value. And the only like it starts with dropping NFTs, and then you do an airdrop maybe, and that's it for most projects. And now with NFT Pal, it kind of starts before you do NFTs. You generate, or before you sell them, you generate them with us. Then you sell them with us. Then you do like maybe an airdrop to reward your community, and then you have the secondary marketplace. So you have like this loop, and then we're trying to have more plugins and more like projects that like token gating or stuff like that integrated to just make sure that people can come to us and they always have like a new way to be with their community in a way.
Yeah, I can feel it.
I want to pause the conversation right here for a second, because I know when you originally started NFT Maker, it was, if I'm remembering correctly, just like a side project that you saw Cardano, like I'm talking like the early days, like when it was just like a upload image, give it a title, and then mint. It's crazy to think about that and to see how far you've come since then. Like, because you're, like you just said, like you can create every aspect of your project. I mean, besides socials, through NFT Maker or actually a website too, technically with the marketplace. But
if you think about it, it's completely incredible. Like I never expected it to like become this big, and for me to spend like 2.5 years on it as well. And like every waking moment, I kind of do something with NFTs or crypto or like anything. It's been I mean, it's stressful and it's tiring, but it's also really rewarding and really cool. And yeah, we're just I don't know, I'm just pushing forward. And the market, of course, super difficult right now. Like no one is minting, no one is making money. I think none of the Cardano projects really are. So it's a little bit about surviving and pivoting for all of us. And yeah, but that's how it is sometimes.
Sometimes it's all right. We're moving through. It's only a matter of time before something else happens. So we had a question here from chat. Speaking of the early days of NMaker, Nudes wants to hear about your first mint with the old NMaker, Tyler.
Oh, my first mint?
Do you happen to remember what you were doing back then?
Yeah, I can't remember. I'd have to like look through wallets and stuff. I'm trying to remember the first thing I minted on NMaker.
I'm trying to remember myself. Actually, I'm going to log into my dashboard and it'll just like be there, right? I think so. It should all.
Well, I think there's even, because I definitely minted something on it before.
Yeah,
I think like just like a quick NFT. I can't remember what it was.
Patrick, did you mint anything on NMaker back in the day?
I minted so many NFTs, like so many. But can I share my screen here? Actually?
Oh yeah, actually at the bottom you should have an option.
I can show you the very first NFT that I minted with NMaker, like NMaker version 1, NFT Maker version 1. Let me try to share it. Entire screen.
Here we go.
So this one actually.
Oh,
shit.
I do remember seeing this, I think.
Yeah, I posted it like a few times, but this one was really early. It was the like 9th of April 2021.
Yeah, damn.
And that's like 2 days before NFT Maker was released. So that's like actually the first one. And I think I had a few ones which failed, but this one is like the first one that worked. And yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's pretty rad.
So someone wants to buy this, just
I was just gonna say, what's the when are you listing it at?
Oh yeah, right. Well, I've gone through. I found that I created NFT through NMKR. I think this was my first one in February of 2022 of the Facility 7 box art, the original box art. And
Oh, I do
remember
that.
this was my first like fully taking control of my destiny and minting my own shit kind of thing, because I'm always relying on others.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I think that's definitely the biggest thing about it. Like having that control over your own assets. I mean,
think so.
obviously,
Yeah.
but- what was that? Oh no.
Did you say something? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Trips down memory lane. How fun. So you guys are focusing right now on adding more basically features to the platform and onboarding projects that may not have anything to do with NFTs to NFTs and giving them an easy solution to get started.
Yep.
Does that encompass what you guys are pushing right now? Or is
Yeah,
that-
I think that's kind of it. Yeah, we're just I mean, it's at this point there's a lot of like polishing work that we can do in a way, and like most of it is also sales and just business development in a way. Like the reality is the best tool doesn't help you if you don't have users, and we're lucky we have like a lot of users, but we need, like, Cardano is not in such a good place, and crypto in general is not in such a good place. We need to make sure that it actually goes forward and we can solve problems with NFTs. And to me, it's really like now it's the time to actually push the real world use cases, the cool stuff that everyone can use, and it's maybe like the end of the profile pictures to some degree, hopefully, and yeah, and then we'll see. So I hope we can get more like actual like businesses to use NFTs.
So, we got Threefold Bold popping in with some exciting words here. Very nice.
Nice.
Welcome. But I guess what kind of real world applications have you managed to, make happen or bring to fruition for people out in the world?
Yeah, I mean, one of them I just talked about with the Hokusai thing. I mean, that's to me, NFTs have the power to like democratize stuff and make it more accessible. So that's brilliant. The same, with Book.io, with Newcast, with Project Neum, what we're doing to make music or bring like back the rights to the music that you listen to the people that want to have it, and especially empower like musicians as well, and then Vodafone and like all these like more serious use cases. The reality though is that these projects in many cases they don't get the attention sometimes that they deserve. And it's pretty clear why, because they're not like a hype project, right? If you have a utility-based project, it's not that the price is just gonna skyrocket. You just buy it because you want the utility, and that's it.
Right.
But that's how it should be.
That's nice. Yeah, you feel
cool.
very secure
not
in your
a-
purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
So you're
kinda-
pushing, trying to push the real world, and I mean, helping people to not succumb to the hype, or I guess sometimes you purchase something and because of the hype machine that surrounds it, it kind of changes it in a way. If that makes sense, and I guess that's kind of part of the PFP era that we may or may not be exiting with this bear market. But yeah, it's just a thought. That's good. Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about the two kind of prongs. So you're talking about polishing. You're also talking about features. What's upcoming, and what kind of polishing have you done lately that felt good for the platform?
So right now I'm trying to like make the color, like we have a really nice design for NMKR Studio, which it looks amazing, but it's not executed. Instead, we have like really good shadows, everything. So it's mostly like design polishing that I'm trying to push through at the moment, and we're going like page by page. And then in terms of like upcoming stuff, I would say we have like a few things upcoming which are really cool. One of them is not yet announced, but I can't talk about it. I can tell you afterwards, but it's going to be announced in the next 2 weeks, I think.
Okay, yeah.
It has to do with one of the like large events and so on, and another one is more on the Aura kind of side, and I think I can talk about that because they talk about it very publicly as well. But there's like the casing component to it, right? Where you want to like take a case and take an Aura NFT and then combine them and case them, and that's a very complicated system actually. There are like so many like rendering topics and stuff that you have to consider. So, we're like deeply discussing what to do there, and and then we have a few leads into real world businesses which I'm trying to push a little bit, and besides that, we have CRP 68 support now live.
It's live. I didn't know that. Great.
So slowly.
No doubt.
So it's live, but it's not available to the public.
Okay.
So it's in the front end. So like basically, if you want to do CRP 68 project, Tyler, also for you interesting, then just write us, and we set like a checkbox in our database basically, and then it will convert everything. But we want to make it available to the public.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when you're developing these new features, do you feel like it comes from working with specific projects that reach out to you and say, we want to do these features, then you develop that with/for them and then release it to the public? Or is it?
Most of the time, to be honest, it's we're doing that with the ADA handles actually, since they will be minting with us. And actually, I see Marcel in here, Eternal as well. So for ADA handles. So I don't know if that was top secret information. I hope not. But but essentially, and that's kind of one of the things that I don't like too much about it. With NMKR, we've been in a very reactive state since day one. Like we started, and then we heard people want this, and we added it, and we heard people want this, and we added it, and we almost put too many features into it. It's like a very German product. We just put all the it's like, kind of like Eternal. We put all the features in there, and it can do everything you want, but sometimes maybe the usability is not number one focus. And for me, if I would do it again, I would do it way simpler and just have less features, make it easier to use, and so on. Oh, no offense, Marcel. But yeah, I think we're both like that. Like in that way, we're very similar with like Eternal and Maker, because we have like these products that can do so much, and now we're like working on making them easier to use.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And like Eternal has a whole redesign thing that they posted and so on, and we have like we're trying to do that as well, and yeah, you get what I mean. I think.
Well, I wonder, because early, when you're first starting out and adding all these features, the people who were here were like people who were going to be okay with entering into an app that looks like the way, it's kind of complicated. It's got everything, but you got to get through it. And now, as we're getting more mainstream and more connected with other blockchains and all that, I think it makes a lot of sense as a pivot. Because I mean, just from my personal perspective, I jumped on Eternal and I jumped on Maker Studio, and I have no problem with it at all, because it's like that's the thing that I look at or think, it just works for me. But
yeah, of course. I mean, you're like a hardcore tech guy in a way. You're doing something with NFTs, so and I love Eternal. I love all these like tools that we have right now. But it's is it easy for people that have never tried crypto before? Probably not,
isn't it? No doubt. Oh yeah.
I do want to. You guys should keep like an option for the. Is that what you're gonna say?
I've just been.
Oh no, I was gonna say because I don't know. I do really enjoy the like I love Eternal. I love how much information it gives you, how much like data and stuff. Same with like NMKR. So I just want to point out, don't make it completely go away.
No, I don't think either of us is gonna do that. But it's I like the whole idea of having like an expert mode and like a simple mode.
Yeah, that was kind of where we're coming up with that.
Like in NMKR, for example, if you go in and you create a new project, and then it's asking you for the metadata template and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People don't know what that means, and then if you upload an NFT, it's asking you for metadata override, which like 1 out of maybe 100 user needs, but you have to go through it every time, and people have no idea, and they're just confused, and that kind of stuff we should hide.
It was a learning curve when I first opened NMKR.
Yeah.
Okay, metadata. Oh man, it was really good to learn. I feel like I can do more now with the knowledge that I had to acquire, but there's nothing wrong with making it easier. Things like that. Yeah. I think NMKR's on a pretty fun path. I'm enjoying following along and continuing to try and use some of the new features. Using, I know we jumped on when you guys introduced using your own tokens to make the purchases and whatnot. That was key. Really like it.
Yeah, and to be honest, we're kind of delayed on a lot of things recently, which is very frustrating for the community and for me as well. Like the token dashboard where you can claim your ISPO tokens, and some of the token utility that I wanted to release like months ago, and but sometimes that's the way it is, to be honest. So like, I don't know.
I'm sure it's all in progress.
It's all in progress.
Yeah.
Waking up every day, working for Cardano, working for NMKR.
No doubt. Well, we are coming towards the end of our segment. I do want to make sure that we hit all the points. If there's any info that you want to get out there, tell people.
Yeah. What info do I want to get out there? That's a good question.
What are your talking points?
What are my talking points? So, I mean, to me right now, it's really just important that we get projects, like serious projects that are building, and that have plans for NFTs beyond just releasing them once, and that's what I'm focused on, and what I'm trying to do. And I feel like we as an ecosystem, what's happening is we're coming really closely together at the moment with like all the projects, because like no one has any users, no one has any money, no one has any adoption. So we come together and we really like focus on solving projects, and I love that. That's great. That's what we need to be doing to be pushing forward. And I just hope that we can get that more and more. And like everyone who wants to work with NMKR or has like some idea, my Calendly link is in my Twitter bio. Just schedule something, and and let's do something. And besides that, another really important point for me, the Catalyst proposals are open, right?
Oh yeah. Great thing.
Building on NMKR is a category.
Oh,
400,000 data.
Wow.
Yeah. You should apply, Tyler. Everyone should apply. Like there's so much stuff.
Right, yeah.
You can build token gating tools. You can build what can you build? You can build like fungible token launch pads with NMKR. You can build like easier minting tools for specific stuff like music, for example. You can build your own
Maybe a
market.
magazine.
You can build so much shit. So
and especially now with SIP68 support as well.
Yeah.
That's something that we've been looking for. Tyler and I are trying to work on a little project, so that's very cool.
Yeah.
Cool to know that that's an option nowadays.
Please.
Yeah, that Catalyst thing, that seems great. How did you guys make that happen? How did that come together?
I would say, I would love to say we're just so popular that everyone voted for us, but I think it was more like smart decision making by me because I went to the oh my god, that sounds so arrogant. I went to the last fund, and I saw that all the proposals for new categories are huge in what they want to have, like I don't know, like $1 million or so, and then I realized, okay, if we just put in one for a little bit amount of money, like 100K, was the goal, and I thought about making it even smaller. We have a chance of actually coming through, and that worked because there was just money left, and then basically we were towards the move down.
You fit in the budget, so all right, let's.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect. Yeah, great. I mean, and it's just a start too. These funds, they come. There's another one on the way. So hopefully, if this does well, then be able to continue that and maybe even
I'll
increase.
definitely put it in again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, this has been really great. I love to sit down and see where things are going with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, before we go, we have to ask because we're going to talk about Faha's thing next. And I know you're not a big collector. Well, sometimes you are, but
did you think I'm not a big collector? Have you seen my wallets?
I haven't. Last time we talked, I don't think you were a big collector. So
yeah, I'm not really I'm not actively collecting, but I have like 2,500 NFTs.
Holy shit! Okay.
You should look them up. They're very simple to find. They're like dollar Patrick Tobler and the dollar NVM and NVM.
Okay.
And I've actually, when Farah posted this thing, I said, yeah, I wanted to join up with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote him, let's do it together. Like, I'll put in 2,500 NFTs. I'll build the minting tool. And then he kind of ghosted me. And actually, I never really followed up. But I like the idea of this.
Yeah, it's real fun.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It's very interesting. I'm just peeking at your wallet here.
Is it still ongoing? Because I haven't minted anything.
I think so. Last time I checked, it was like a little over 2,500 out of the total 10,000.
Oh yeah, all right.
So it might be going for a little bit longer, but it's interesting to see the posts on Twitter. It's like people either get like the best NFT in their wallet or the opposite.
I need to
Toast had some trouble with the Faha mint.
Oh no!
Bad luck is not the way. All right. Well, this is the Patrick Tobler wallet. So
damn, look at that.
Immediately see.
Oh yeah, these are all the like fungible tokens.
Oh, these are the tokens, right? Yeah, no, there's our first NFT.
Oh, look at that. I remember
there are like
one being posted.
There are a few of those that are like kind of sentimental for me because they're like early NMKR tokens and stuff like that, or like the Babel first block NFT and stuff like that, or like 168 unsigs. Oh, holy moly! It's more than I thought.
Accurate? Crap.
And yeah, and like there are like really cool one-of-ones in there, but I'm not really into collecting like a lot of like space birds or chilled kongs or something like that. I have like one of them most of the time.
So it's more like sentimental pieces.
You got 12 Cardano cities.
and actually here do you see in the middle the Billy F. Gibbon Jam session?
Yes.
Yeah. That's an NFT collection that like IOHK released at some point. They had CC Tops, which is like his famous band,
right.
Release NFTs, but they never sold because they didn't reach the minimum auction. So I minted them, and then they never sold, and now I still have them in my wallet. So maybe at some point we can do something
pretty funny. Yeah, look at this. Wow, memory lane. I mean, a lot of these I have. You know, it's fun to kind of compare.
Yeah,
got some nice equine coming in. Yeah, nice stuff, and it goes on. A lot of good stuff in here.
And that's only one wallet, so
right. That's right. Stacking them. Ooh, I see that one.
Oh, I see an Aeon too. Oh, nice.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, and all right. Well, we're getting a little getting excited here. All right, so that was a great little chat we had. I hope that I feel like it's been a long time, so I hope that we can do it again before too long.
Definitely.
And hear about what's next. So thanks again for joining us, and yeah. Any final shout outs or words of wisdom?
Cool. Then I don't know if I have any words of wisdom, to be honest.
No, it's a tough one. If anybody missed it, I would recommend going to the head of the show and listening to the nonsense segment, because I thought that was pretty good. We had some good questions in there, some very insightful answers as well. All right, cool. Well, thank you again, and we're gonna see you on the other side.
Yeah, and say hi to Alex from the show.
I will. I think he's sending his greetings. He hasn't actually sent it yet because he doesn't know that I'm talking with you, but I'm sure he will. Yeah.
It's easy enough. All right, well, peace out. See you next time.
See you, Patrick.
See you. Bye.
All right. It's pretty good.
Cool.
31
people were commenting about. Yeah, I was gonna point. Well, that mesmerizer. I want to say Marcel.
Yeah.
I love mesmerizers so much. Just to say, I want to collect them all. I think there's like 10 different ones, but
nice.
Those are my favorite.
Awesome. Well, we got the news now, and we don't have a whole lot of news, but we did want to share a few things. Obviously, one bit of news is the Faha mint. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Approach. It's like a 10K collection with good stuff and rare stuff,
real quick.
Stuff. And how does one participate? I would like to, but I just haven't really been around.
So to participate, 1 second, I'm gonna pull it up. I can't multitask. What is it? Time caps, I think is it. Yeah. Okay. So there's another ADA handle. That's not time caps. I forget what it is. But the way you draw an NFT is just by sending 180 ADA to that ADA handle.
Just to that address, and it does it.
Yeah. And it's all being handled through CNFT tools. They handled all the distribution and stuff. I'm trying to share my screen. But yeah, it looks like it's sitting at 7,500 NFTs now.
The time cap. Oh, here it is. Show on stream.
Yeah. I will say, Faha, if you're watching, you shouldn't have put this in there. And if anyone pulls this, you should send it to Faha. And Faha should send you $180. Anyway, long story. It's a very sentimental NFT. We were just talking about sentimental NFTs, and that was from our friend Rico. Anyone doesn't know. But anyway, this is the wallet. There's tons of amazing stuff in here. A lot of the good stuff has gotten pulled. Like I know in the first, I think it was like under 900 NFTs is when the berry went. So.
Oh yeah. What about? I heard he had a space bud or something in there. Looks like that might be gone.
Oh no, the space buds. There's a lot of space buds.
Oh really? Oh, because he upgraded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there were some things like I think the orangutan Clay Nation went, which was like the other high ticket item. But there is another. I believe on the 11th, he'll be doing another raffle. So every purchase that you've made in the raffle, is another entry into another raffle, and then the winner of that will get another berry. So he's giving out 2 berries through all this.
Is this a raffle? What do you mean by raffle?
So it's kind of confusing because he's calling this a raffle too. We'll call this the mint in the raffle. So this is the mint. If you mint one, you're entered into the raffle to get a second berry that's being raffled off.
Nice. All right. Well, I've just sent in some ADA, so let's see what happens.
That'll be interesting to watch live.
See a little live mint.
I was gonna say too, if you get something and you don't know what it is, don't assume it's a rug right away. We saw someone yesterday who got a black label nitty, which have a floor of around 10,000 ADA. And it sold. The guy sold it for the collection offer price of like 18 ADA. So a floor of 10,000 ADA sold for 18.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Big shame. But yeah, so just like there's a lot of Faha collects everything, so there's a lot of like OG stuff in here. Like I'm trying to find something that people might not recognize, but
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there.
like the old, like for instance, the old clays, like some of those old clays, like anyway.
Toast landed a Cardano ape land. And
Oh
it's
damn, hell yeah.
very nice, sir.
Yeah, I know. I just pulled one,
Thank you, Q.
mostly to say that I.
Yeah,
go.
I mean, I'm only getting one. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, you got to be part of the history.
Just trying to get involved.
Yeah.
180. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's sent.
You know what's really cool about it too is so I pulled one, and I pulled a Cardano Warrior, which I don't know how this is even possible, but I really wasn't following them up until that. Like I knew that they were a big project. I knew that they were doing a lot of stuff, but I never like ventured into it. But
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because like I just pulled one, and I was not like I know like a lot of the NFTs in here, but I was still like introduced to a collection that I haven't like taken a part of yet.
Yeah.
I was considering like pulling another one, but I ended up just I bought a little piece of land in the I bought some accessories for my little Cardano Warrior.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool, like it, and you see like other people on Twitter, like a lot of new people holding like nice Aeons, a lot of people getting like their first space budge or clay. It's really introducing a lot of people to different collections, which is cool.
I like that. All right, well, I'm still waiting on it to come back. What's the speed? Is it quick?
It usually, I mean, it didn't take too long for me.
Right.
It might take like a couple of minutes.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh my God, Ken, look at you.
That's what I was wondering. I was gonna tweet that. Like
questions.
Yeah.
I wonder if the mint specifically excludes that one.
That'd be hilarious.
Somebody must have created the system with some forethought. I'll bet you it excludes it.
That'd be funny if it's the last one. That would be really cool if they programmed it to be like the last one gets the ADA handle, because that is like history. And what's cool is like all these NFTs are forever stamped with being part of this event. You know what I mean? So like my like,
you can see where they've been.
Yeah.
Jane. Yeah. Very true.
Damn, it's really cool to look through these.
Yeah, lots of stuff I recognize in there.
Has yours come back?
That I made. That one.
Yeah. Wait, which one? Oh, yeah.
The Discord debate one, anyways. That was fun. Back when Discord was it, and we had to debate whether that was cool.
Wow, yeah, I forgot that was a topic, because that was like the only thing we had.
Here we go.
Oh.
Timecaps isn't the payment address, so it'll be fine. The new address can't sign. Interesting. Good question, Q. Always asking the right questions.
Definitely.
Okay.
Wait,
well,
I do have something else to show.
Yes.
Related to Q.
Same.
Off topic. After this.
I have something to show related to Q. This painting that he painted. That's right. It's a painting. It's also an NFT. It's got an NFTL link kind of thing in there. Or NFC, right? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. I don't want to step on whatever you were going to say.
Oh, no. I mean, I was going to bring it up in a sec. If we were done with talking about that. But
just saying, I got a cool painting. Got it at CNFT Con on auction. No regrets.
I just have to finish scrolling just for my...
Get to the end.
Yeah. Okay, we're there.
There's a lot of Cardano bits in there. I wouldn't mind grabbing one of those, too.
Yeah, seriously. Cardano bit would be nice. Unsigs are pretty nice. Aeon's very nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, lots of nice stuff. I will say, if anyone pulls one of these, I tweeted about it, but these are the rarest promo cards.
Yeah.
By accident, there's a mismint.
Right.
And I think there's only 19 of these total, when normally there's like 200 something for all the. So yeah, I mean, not that they resell, not that they're like super liquid, but it's a little rare piece of history. Okay.
Q, if that guy wants this painting, they are gonna have to come fight me for it. Or an offer I can't refuse. I'm open to those, you know.
I was gonna show quick. I met up with Q the other day. They were driving back through New England, so they passed Rhode Island. We were able to get dinner together. It was very cool meeting him.
Yeah, so great.
With him again because we met before. But like, I want to show this real quick because it's kind of cool. I forget. I think I tweeted it or texted it to you quick, but like 10 minutes before I left, I was like,
"Oh yeah. I saw this."
Yeah. It's not every day you get to meet someone in person from the NFT space. So like, I wanted to do something quick. So I just minted this NFT and then gave it to him. And then set up this little website where if you're whoever's holding that 1 of 1 NFT can log in and add a new post to here. And he already actually handed it off to someone at a convention in Denver.
Wow.
So it first was here. Let me get it bigger. And then traveled here. And I think we're still, I mean, no one's obligated to make a post, so he doesn't have to post, the new holder, but
Detroit.
Oh, yep.
Not Denver.
Oh, yeah. I said Denver. Shit.
It's like, not in my Michigan.
That's
pretty great. Yeah, 12-hour trip.
So it'll be cool to see where it ends up. And
TSP traveling.
Yeah.
That's sick. Well, I don't know if this thing's going to come back to me in any reasonable amount of time.
The NFT. Oh, no. I will. I hope it.
The next.
Huh?
No, I'm talking about. Sorry, I just keep checking my transaction to see if.
Oh, it hasn't gone through yet.
And nothing yet, but
honestly, it's probably like the hardest mint to wait for because it could literally be like you could get like the greatest space bud you own or like a Cardano bean. You know what I mean?
Some kind of thing, some kind of crap. I could get something that I already have. Like I could pull the digital mortal card that I already have.
Yeah,
because I made them.
True. But whatever it is, this piece of history, my opinion. But
okay, well, there is something else I wanted to show. Oh, anything else about the traveling NFT? I love that.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope that
I can't take the thing off my screen.
Hope it keeps traveling.
Me too.
All right, so Cardano kids, you remember them? Interesting stuff. They are selling their brand because obviously they're gone, right? They're just not doing anything anymore. And yet they're still around enough to sell their brand to somebody who might do something with it. So the kids project is putting up this NFT for sale, and whoever holds it is going to basically have the rights to develop and continue on with Cardano Kids, the project. They'll get the website, the Twitter, Discord, mailing list, as it says here, plus all this stuff.
Wow.
The previous mints and everything. So let's take a look at this asset. Big store.
Yeah, I was curious and looked at the metadata the other day. I was like I was curious if they put royalties on it. First of all, they didn't.
So the top offer currently 369 ADA. They're looking for 400.
should we throw let's throw our whole NFT treasury? I mean news treasury
wallet into it. Yeah, that wouldn't do much. It wouldn't be that much higher than the current offer.
No, yeah.
You said is there metadata beyond just?
I went to, if you go to the pool PM, but it's like what you'd expect. Nothing too fancy.
Yeah, well, we're reporting on it because it's an interesting thing to do.
Definitely. Actually, real curious. Click on the lock on the top left. I want to see what locks. End of the year. Okay.
End of this year. That just seems like a default decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am curious why they chose to do it this way. Because I believe they're still owned by Pavia.
Is that right?
And I know they must have the resources to mint. So I'm curious to know why they chose JPEG Store over doing it themselves, because they'll be losing 2 or 3%.
Oh yeah, and it would be a large.
Yeah. So because we could set up a thing on our website, you know what I mean, and not have so I don't know why they didn't, unless it's just
They clearly don't give a shit. I mean, they're done with the project, right?
Yeah, true.
They're trying to get a little bit of cash on the way out, and maybe keep the project going. I mean, that's always positive when you create something that doesn't just wither away when you no longer have time or energy to keep going with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, I'd really like to keep this stream going until at least
I have some cool stuff. I don't usually have stuff to show, but I have a couple of things to show.
Please take it away. I'm just staring at my wallet waiting for something to happen.
So this is a cool one.
Just send 180 to the ADA handle, and that's it, huh?
Which ADA handle?
The one the Faha thing.
Oh, I think okay. This is why it's confusing. You might have to mess it because I think the handle to purchase is different than the handle.
Oh, okay.
So you might have to,
that's not good.
I think if that happens, you could just go to the support in.
That's not what everyone on stream was telling me earlier. You guys.
I think that's my fault too. I should have been more clear.
Right, well, there was the two different waiting around.
Yeah.
On that. Well, we'll find out. For next news show, anyways.
Sorry about that. I mean, they should definitely be able to handle it though.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
But what I want to show is, so I think I showed last week. I had my website that I've been working on the new design for, which is kind of like the idea was like a link between a website and a link tree. And I had a little time over the weekend, and somehow the domain docs.earth was available, which I thought was perfect. So I moved all the these are like different cards that I created for my website, and then moved them all over to here. So I mean, right now it's literally just a fun project I'm doing. But if anyone wants to set up a page, it's very easy. You would just go to docs.earth you just go to docs.earth and then register for the beta, and then sign up here. Sign up. But it's really easy to use. For instance, if let me see. Oh no. Wow, now it's not cooperating. 1 second. Oh no, because I'm logged into a different account. Okay. But if anyone's curious, especially artists, I know a lot of independent artists in the space. They'll have a link tree, but a website is a lot harder to get together, especially if you're alone. And I have no idea what I'm doing with it. I'm not sure. But like I said, it's just a fun project that I've been messing with. If anyone makes a page, you basically go to your profile. I gotta clean this up, but at the bottom you can edit here. I have to figure out what's wrong with it because it should be working. That's odd. But of course, when I go to show it. But it's very easy to change out. For instance, this is a custom card here. So you would set your background image, the featured image, and then any information, links and everything. So for instance, if you had like an NFT you were trying to sell, like a really nice, if you were just like a collector and you had a really nice NFT you were trying to sell, you put the NFT here, get a nice backdrop, information, and then a link to it. If you're an artist with a collection, you could do a collection, just stuff like that, little custom cards, all the social media links. But yeah, I don't know.
Looks like we got
This is a fun idea.
so on mobile, is it all just one long
Yep.
thing?
Yeah. So that's, I kind of wanted, because like link trees like kind of suck. Like they're so boring. It's just like a list of buttons and they all look the same. And it's not much harder to make something like this.
Linktree is old news.
Yeah.
Time for something better.
Plus the domain is docs.earth. Like that's so cool.
Yeah, that's not bad. Apparently the minimum username must be 3 characters.
Yeah.
Sorry, RC.
Oh, you know what, RC? I'll change it. I'll change it for you. But also I gotta figure out why I can't edit pages yet. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll like tweet about it later. But
Work in progress.
yeah, it's so weird though. It's been working like, yeah, I haven't had a problem with it, and then I go to show it and it's not working. I try the admin.
Ain't that the way? Well, I've opened a ticket to get my ADA back, and I've sent more ADA to the correct handle.
Oh,
so
shit.
Hopefully this one will work.
I mean, it is pretty quick. I'm down to stay on until.
All right, the transaction is away. I'm going to get something.
I will show something else first away. I've been really getting into websites in my free time.
Recreate this or technical support question here?
Yep. Yeah, I'll change that.
Nice. You got the admin right here. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you've given me access to a number of really cool things recently, Tyler, and I have not had time or energy.
I know. I know this.
But I will. I'm very grateful for what you're doing.
I mean, thank you, but I'm just having fun.
You know, it's good. All right, good. Now, low, come on, chain. I want high confidence in my confirmations. Yeah, all right, cool. Well, don't have a whole lot more. Do you have anything else you want to share there? Or shall we just sit here until my transaction goes through in silence?
I'm trying to think if I have more to share.
I'm okay sitting here in sober silence. Oh, dude. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about my journeys of programming a Discord bot using ChatGPT and having no idea how Discord bot programming or any programming works, really.
Mm-hmm.
I've played around with programming, but never Python, and that's what Discord bots apparently are programmed in. ChatGPT also doesn't know about the recent API changes for slash commands. Slash commands happened since ChatGPT stopped. It used to be bot commands with exclamation marks, and that's what it thinks is current. And I got to explain it. Oh, man, I've been through many things. Anyways, I got a bot working. It does some basic things. One thing that really cool, it took me a while to make happen, was it will translate Morse code. It will translate a message into Morse code and out of Morse code for you.
That's sick.
Because it's a Facility 7, it's a spy sort of thing. We do, it's relevant. So it's actually really smooth. I don't have to go to a website to do Morse translations anymore. It's right there in the bot.
Wow.
So that was really cool. But to get to this point, I went through and I saved all the Discord API on their website as a PDF and then gave that PDF to ChatGPT to reference and understand a little bit more about slash commands and shit. And it works-ish. And now I'm reading that they're nerfing ChatGPT's programming abilities. People are playing, on Reddit, people are saying they're using Python, and suddenly, in the past, recently, its abilities have just gone downhill. They've really reduced what you can do with that program.
With just Python, or?
Well, I think it's just across the board, honestly. But this was specifically about programming assistance. But it wasn't great to begin with. Even with the web browsing capabilities, I said, here's a link to the Discord API. Go figure out the problems. And it just was not really able to do it. So, but it really makes me excited about the future. That's just right now. There will be soon, I assume, a way to program with text reliably. And there may already be, I don't know. I'm not fully up into it, but like, I would really love to be able to do some programming things that I've been imagining for years, but I don't want to learn it. I don't have time. I don't have space in my brain. I know other things that are good. So I could have done programming. I did for a while just for fun, but it's just not something that I can commit to right now. So ChatGPT is pretty good, and it did get something. I did get something useful out of it. I was just reading Toast's message. Yeah, I should know programming. It opens the door for it to reprogram itself, and then you're effed. Or it shouldn't know. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, it's happening. So that's a little story. Let's see if this thing is giving me my NFT yet. Holy shit. It did. It's like I got a Cardano Ronin.
Oh shit, nice. That's another collection I've been meaning to add.
Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's the wrong wallet. Right. All right, Cardano Ronin. I can't wait. Oh, yeah. I remember these guys. Huh. That's cool. Let me show you what this is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There he is.
Oh shit.
Big fat boy.
What's the mint date? Is that like an early one?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Damn,
Yeah, actually.
really? First. Nice.
It's not bad. Not a bad pull. I don't mind it.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
Yeah. Cardano Ronin.
Or an average
Look at
pull,
that.
I guess. But...
A policy.
Oh yeah.
I just got to find out what what it's worth. Is another question. Did I get a good pull? Let's see. The floor is 98 ADA for these, so not bad. Already pretty close to what I spent. I mean, half, but still.
Could be worse.
Floor for commons is pretty thin. There's one for 99, then it goes to 198, then it's up to 400 and beyond.
For commons, or
Yeah, or for uncommon, which is it says rarity uncommon.
I love the colors in that, the blue and the orange too.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's nice.
And activity past 30 days. Some people have bought some a year ago, but that's it. So I doubt I'll be flipping this one, but I think it'll have a good place. It'll have a good place in my wallet.
Definitely.
What's up, Jenny? All right.
Hey,
Thanks for joining us. You missed Patrick Tobler, but his section is worth watching, especially the nonsense. But, also the real interview. We had some good stuff. Those. Yeah. All right. Well, Jenny, you've arrived just at the end. Yes, it's P-Tobes. That's right. He's in was it Lisbon?
Yes, yeah.
Portugal?
I forget the event though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, definitely worth watching the nonsense. I thought that was fun. Patrick's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've dragged this on long enough. Let's bring it to a close. Good show, everybody.
Wait. I will point out, my bed isn't made today. And that's very rare, and I know it's cold out, but Jenny's here, so I do have to point it out for Jenny. My bed is not made today, so
Very rare.
very rare.
So great. Then let's. What we should say is that in 2 weeks' time, TVS CNFT NAS. Well,
Damn, that's
that's
crazy.
that's what I call TVS CNFT NAS's Volume 2 will be happening. That's a special show. Now we don't have the same bandwidth as we did last year to really. Last year we went all out. It was ridiculous.
Like a 4-hour show.
I don't know that we're going to be able to match that. We had sketch comedy. We had a lot of stuff. Now we will have the awards show, even if it's just us sitting here saying, you get a wag me and you get a wag me. We're going to do that. And then we'll also have the FOMO games, which will be great. So beyond that, I can't promise anything. It's still going to be called TV and CNFT NASAS, even though those letters don't necessarily accurately represent it anymore, because it was the very important, awesome CNFT News Award show. And wait, fuck. I don't remember what it stands for, people. It was a lot of letters, okay? But it's going to be great. And, we're going to have fun. This is a bear market. The glitz and glamour may have rubbed off a little bit, but it's still us underneath it. Yeah, I know, right? So true. I guess I should quickly kind of just announce that I'm, at least for the next few months, I'm joining the team for what used to be called CNFT Con and is now NFT XLV as the media director with a real job title and everything. So I'm going to be making a lot of appearances. You will see me in Twitter Spaces. You'll see me on YouTubes and podcasts and whatnot, talking about what's happening, what's coming, hyping things. I'll be there with Nicholas and Marco and who knows who else sometimes. But that's another reason I don't have quite as much time as I maybe used to have for nonsense. The nonsense is still going to make it through, okay? It just won't be as polished. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Stay classy.